Let's learn how to create a purchase invoice. Select New in the ribbon to create a new invoice. The purpose of a purchase invoice is to post expenses against a vendor for payment. Let's start by looking at the General tab. The first field is the purchase invoice number. Tab through this field and NAV will populate the purchase invoice number for you based on your number series setup. Notice the posting description is also populated with the purchase invoice number. Next is my buy from vendor. Notice the buy from vendor name is also populated based on your vendor card setup. Over here is the posting date. The posting date is used to define the financial date of the transaction. The document date is the date that is specified on your vendor invoice. Systematically, the document date field calculates the due date of the invoice. Both of these fields were pre-populated for me, but they can be modified. Next, you'll want to enter a vendor invoice number. Let's look down at the lines. The first field is for type. Your options here are GL account, item, fixed asset, and charge. I'll select GL account for my example. Next, I'll select a job and a task and a job category. You'll notice after I selected my job category, the number field was populated. Now this is based on the job category associated cost account. Next, I'll go over to my quantity and my direct unit cost. You'll notice the line amount was populated for me. Next, down to our invoicing tab. You'll notice the vendor number and name were also populated based on the selection above, as well as the due date. The payment terms, I'll select net 30 for my invoice. And you'll notice the due date updated based on the selection. Typically, on a standard purchase invoice, you won't add any information in the shipping or foreign trade tabs. Once complete, you'll select Post in the ribbon, and then NAV will ask you, do you want to post the invoice? And you'll select Yes.